Hi folks, it's Moz. We've gone through March. Only 8 new tools were announced, but we're going to go through them one by one. So, announced beginning of the month was ACE or ACE Models are producing a 203mm howitzer, the M1931B-4, nicknamed the Stalin Sledgehammer in 1/72 scale. On the website, they are showing off pictures of the sprues, and there looks like there's going to be 6 of them, and this will also come with photo etch. No prices have been put out there for the UK market, but looking on ScaleMates, there's some on pre-order ranging between about £20 and £30. But yeah, hopefully it will be on our workbenches by the end of September. Next, that was released the earlier part of this month, brand new tooling again of this Plan CV-16 Learning, I think that's how you say it, from Meng or Meng in 1/700 scale. Box art looks fantastic. Basically, it's an aircraft carrier, and once it's assembled, the model will measure 437mm in length. It'll be 104mm in width and 92.3mm in height, which excludes the base. But if you're American, I'm sorry, I don't know what that is in gallons. This kit accurately replicates the exterior features and details of this aircraft carrier after its overhaul in 2024. The kit will feature parts of different injected colours, and it will be easily assembled. It will include interchangeable jet blast deflector parts, allowing for optional installation in either configuration. The aircraft elevators are movable, and the hangar doors can be built open or closed, and this kit will include hangar interiors. It will also have shipborne weapons, and the cranes can be moved. Also will be the same scale carrier base aircraft like the J-15, the J-35, the Z-18 and the Z-20. And the decals will be detailed for the deck markings and the carrier based aircraft insignias. Alas, it's not for sale just yet. They've just announced it this month, but apparently it's going to be around £51 to £60 to buy, which I think is a great price for a kit this detailed and in depth. Next on the new tool releases for this month, we have Takom, and Takom have announced this M911 Seahet with an M747 heavy equipment semi-trailer, or semi-trailer, I think they say in America. Now, Seahet stands for Commercial Heavy Equipment Transporter, and they proved their worth while transporting the M60 series main battle tank of the time. Now, during Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm, these M911s were primarily used to transport the M1 Abrams. Overall, this vehicle is going to be 27.5 centimeters long, and it will come with photo etch parts and a very clear detailed decal sheet. Release dates have been put out there from the end of May to the beginning of July, and if you want to pre-order them, I noticed Jadlam have them on their website, starting price at £31.95. Next on the new tooling releases for this month of March, we have Trumpeter, who have announced they're going to be producing and releasing a new British Army Challenger 1 main battle tank, in brackets Gulf War, in 1/35th scale. Nothing really online about this apart from the pictures that you can see on ScaleMates and on the Bachmann website. There's nothing else. Obviously, it will come with photo etch and decals. And you know, I've heard it said, or why are they producing a Challenger tank when Tamiya does it so well? I get that, but remember the first Challenger from Tamiya was back in 1986. And then they did release a Mark III in 1992. And nothing really has come out since for the Challenger 1. So, you know, maybe Trumpeter has seen a bit of a gap in the market. But they've also announced another release off this tooling in the same year, which is going to be the British Army Challenger 1 Armoured Repair and Recovery Vehicle. So we'll have all these parts added to the Challenger 1 to make up this kit. No one has mentioned any date to this, and I can't find a price online. But you know, back of a fag packet mass, if you're going by Trumpeter and their pricing, will it be around 60 to 70 quid for this tank? Yeah, let me know in the comments below if you do know what the price is for this Trumpeter Challenger 1. Just jumping in here very quickly, just to ask a bit of a favour. If you are not a subscriber but enjoy the content on this channel, will you please consider becoming a subscriber? It's totally free, and all you have to do is click subscribe, and for a bonus, if you ring that bell, click all, you will be notified when I release a new video. It really helps the channel grow, and also if you're liking this video in particular, just click the like button too. It really does help. Appreciate it all, and let's get back to the video. Right, on to Zvezda, that have announced they're going to be releasing in 1 to 1/4 scale the launch vehicle Vostok 1. And if you know your space history, that was the rocket that put Yuri Gagarin into space. It always fascinates me, this rocket, and I've always wanted to build one. So maybe in the future I might have the opportunity to build this Vostok 1 indeed. Not much said online, no dates, no pricing. So when it arrives, it arrives. Saying that, I am on the lookout for an airfix Vostok. So if you've got one in your stash that you want to sell, leave a comment below and I may be interested in buying it off you at the right price. Right, moving on to AZ models or AZ models, depending on how you do your alphabet. They have announced they will be releasing this year the Gotha P60N-1, which is the Nachjäger Luftwaffe 46 in 1/72 scale. Now with AZ model, they don't just release one tooling. What they do is they actually release like 3 or 4 different schemes with that tooling, and maybe add a few more parts to it as well. So you've got 4 here that you will be able to choose from. They'll be releasing the P60C-5, as well as the P60C-6 Raptor and the P60C-1. Each of these kits will come with super detailed plastic parts, a decal sheet for 3 versions, and colour instructions. Now I am unsure that this is a new tool or not, seeing that AZ models released something similar to this, like the Raptor, 8 years ago. So take this as you will, but they have announced it that it's coming out in the next few months, so keep an eye out for this tooling. We're getting to the end now, and we're going a bit 3D print resin this time with copper stain models. They've announced in 1/35 scale a Vickers Clino Mark IV motorcycle 1915. I've seen these around, and I know that Nigel at Nigel's Modelling Bench has previously unboxed one of these 1/35 bikes that come out of copper stain models. It's an interesting premise, really. They're not plastic molded, they are individual 3D prints, resin prints, sorry, that are very intricately detailed. And I know people say, well, is it really model building? But it is. It's just using a different medium. You're not using styrene, you're using resin. But yeah, I'll leave a link in the description box below, and I might leave a link up here or here where you can watch Nigel's review of his bike that came from Copper State Models. Right, not really a model kit now, but more for help when you are creating a diorama. And we're going over to ICM, who have announced that they're going to be releasing in 1/48 scale these Marston mats, which are World War II US landing mats. Now, if you don't know what they are, basically they are perforated steel planks that were used on American airfields. These mats were used during World War II, so these were used on runways, and I think they were used more on grass than sand, but I believe you could use them on sand as well. Anyway, so they're authentic replicas of these steel plates, meters by 25 centimeters or but. So these airfield mats measure 223 by 255 millimeters. Then the multiple sets can be combined to create a larger airfield, and these are perfect for dioramas or as display bases for your 1/48 scale Allied aircraft models. I use Jadland because it's like my local website. I've used them quite a few times, and they're saying that they're due out Q2, which is July, August, September. You can pre-order them from there for $15.95, but also you can go and look at other websites that will probably have these in stock by then and probably get them from around the same sort of price. So 8 new toolings announced for March, and they will be released sometime this year. Which takes your fancy? Was it the aircraft carrier? Was it that Challenger tank? Was it even the Copper State Models bike? You know, just let me know in the comments box below. It'd be interesting to see what you are looking at pre-ordering in the next few months. I'm just trying to think of things I could do with that Marsden mat as I'm there looking at it now on the screen. But anyways, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, give it a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, can I ask a favour and ask that you do subscribe? Ring that bell, click all, and you'll be notified when I release a new video. Huge shout out to my channel members who help me financially with this channel. If you'd like to become a member, click join below and select which membership tier you so wish. We have a Thursday night live stream where we talk about scale modelling, and we actually work from our workbench, and it's a really close-knit group of people that only the members can watch. So if you want to talk about technique, or if it's something that's troubling you, or you're struggling with some sort of build, you can come and talk to us there whilst we're working on the workbench, and that happens every Thursday from 8 PM only for the channel members. In one of the 4 corners is a video or a playlist of other content on my channel, and hope I'll see you next week. Take care and goodbye.